Hey traders, John Howell here. In this video, I'm going to teach you guys a bit of a trading technique that I use all the time to understand where are we in the market, okay, and what's really going on right now, and what's likely to happen moving forward, and all that sort of stuff. So let's get straight into it. Guys, do not place a trade based on what you'll see in this video, because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There is no guarantees of making money in the market, and trading is a hard thing. It takes a long time to become a good trader. So before I start that, guys, first thing in the description, make sure you grab your free trading course. That's going to help you with everything in the markets. Now, let's actually get straight into this right now. I want to teach you something, guys, that I have learned over my time in my trading career of how the markets work and what ends up happening in this. Okay, now this is something that I recently taught some of my platinum clients that I recently had a 3-day live event with, and I was teaching them this, and they're like, "Wow, John, this is so credible and so powerful," and now it just tells you, it gives you a bit of a, the market is like the market is like a bit of an energy field. Okay, now the reason I'm stumbling because I'm trying to think about a way to actually explain this to you. The market is like an energy field, and when the market is think about the market as an energy. Okay, now the market is either using a lot of energy, or it's now building a lot of energy to go for another run. Makes sense? So if you look at this here for a minute here, if the market is trending up, if the market's going from here through to here, what do you think yes, we're getting pullbacks through here, but this overall weekly chart on the Dow Jones, as an example, you can use this on any market out there. As an example, if the market has been going up, up and up and up and up and up and up, what do you think this is doing right now? It's what? It's using energy, right? Because we're now going in a direction. But what happens through here? We go sideways. What do you think this is? This is now what? This is now building energy. We've used a lot of energy, so now we need to refuel, don't we? So once we've refueled, once we've had enough time, then we go for, then we start to break out, don't we? And we go for another what? We go for another move. Or we're now using energy. We're using the energy that was built up here. And then we get to a point where we used all the energy, and now we need to what? We now need to refuel. So as you can see right now on the Dow Jones, as an example, that what are we using? We're not going anywhere, are we? At this time, we're just going sideways. What is that? That's now refueling to go for another big move. So if the move is down, you could say that we're now likely to see a big move. Now, by the way, guys, this is a weekly chart. So much can happen on a day-by-day basis, and this is not an indicator to say the market is going to crash and it's going to go straight down or it's going to go straight up. It just gives you a gauge of where is the energy in this. Do we have a lot of energy to go for a nice move in either direction when it breaks out, or do we have very, very little energy? Makes sense? How long have we, if we are in an energy phase or energy releasing phase, how long have we been in that energy releasing phase? Because if we start to get into it too long, then guess what? Then now we actually run out of energy, and then the market now starts to need to refill again to go through here. So that tells me we're now in we're now, because we had this energy releasing phase, we're now rebuilding here, and we're now ready to go for another energy releasing phase in the markets. And that tells me because we've actually refueled quite a fair bit, that when this does break out, we're now likely to go for a big move because we've actually got a lot of fuel here building up. Think about this as fuel. This is fuel releasing. This is fuel. And then if the market does start to break down, then we're now likely to start to see the fuel releasing out there. Now, once again, guys, this is a weekly chart, so the fuel releasing could be down and then pull back and down and pull back and down and pull back and down, as we can see through here, right? Down, pull back, down, pull back, down, pull back, down, pull back, so on and so forth. Makes sense? So it's not just straight down, but it gives you a gauge of where we are right now. So whatever market you're looking at, look at the market and say, no, it's not as pretty as this one here, right? Because the Dow Jones, the weekly chart, is an amazing, amazing example, and not every single stock is going to look like this. Sometimes they're going to look ugly and they're going to be very volatile up and down and so on and so forth. But when the market does that, think about the market as, when you start to see this in the markets, you say, okay, cool, what's happening? Are we in an energy releasing phase where the market is trending, or are we going sideways or a bit of a pullback right now? And if so, then that tells me that we're now going through what we call an energy refueling phase to go for another move in the market. Then it breaks out, we go for another move. So that's what's happening right now as we speak right now in the Dow Jones. So when we actually do break, that tells me, and it's probably going to be down based on where we are in the cycle. So that tells me when we do break, we're now likely to see a nice move down in that direction. We're probably going to head back down towards the 18,000 level. You know, maybe even lower than that, maybe in the 16,000 level, you know, in the markets. Now, again, guys, that actually, that level, these levels through here, based on this fuel through here, that we're rebuilding right now, that whole thing could take that whole thing could take 3 months, could take 6 months, could take 12 months. Remember, guys, it's not straight down, but the stair-stepping motion, right? We may get a big move down. You know, we may get a big, say, 15-20% crack in 1 week or 2 weeks. But guess what's likely to happen? Guess what's likely to happen? Well, then the market's likely to hold support, and then we may get a rally. May get a very, very weak rally for a few weeks, maybe more, and then we then we have another step back down. Right? You never know how it's going to play out. I just know what's likely to play out, but you never know exactly how it's going to play out. Make sense? So I hope this helped you out with your markets, guys. This is how the markets work, by you using energy and then the market releasing energy. This is what makes with my trading system. I had this in my component in one of my steps that I use. I have 4 different steps that I look at. And one of my steps, I'm looking at to see, okay, you know, how much energy has it got behind this particular trade, and that's what makes my trading system so high probability in the markets. Before you go, make sure you grab the free Grab the Markets by the Balls training course. In this training course, you're going to learn the top 13 deadly mistakes, the success formula, charting boundaries, the PT method, the ultimate trading system, the blast off trading system, #1 in trading indicator, the $1 million trade and money management, how successful traders approach the market, and so much more. Get this training course for free right now. Click on the very first link in the description to get this whole complete trading course to give you the edge on your side of trading this market. Do that right now, and I'll see you on the other side.